Imagine a courtroom showdown where $600 missing sparks a fiery legal battle. A defendant with 14 felonies on her record pleads for mercy, but instead of staying calm, she explodes on her own lawyer. And just when things couldn't get worse, the judge makes a decision that changes everything. Stick around, because this case has twists you won't see coming. And hey, if you love real courtroom drama breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next jaw-dropping moment.
This is Mr. Hoffpower sentencing. I didn't see you over there, Mr. Hoffpower. Good morning. Good morning. Are you Crystal Vogan? And Ms. Vogan was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to theft of property, a state jail felony. That agreement was for a 4-year deferred probation with a $1,000 fine as well as restitution in the amount of $9,400. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have y'all all had an opportunity to review that report?
All right, pause right here. Notice how the entire case is balancing on just $600, $9,400 versus $10,000. In legal terms, restitution is not just a number, it's a measure of accountability. And trust me, this judge does not like it when the math does not add up. Would you risk your future over $600?
And any additions or corrections or?
There's a lot of history we understand, but discussed it with counsel also restitution.
Speak up, I'm
I
sorry.
just want to make sure the court knows restitution. Most of the main issue we're looking at, get some of that money back.
I've got 1, 2, 3 and a quarter pages of criminal history. Well, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't dismissed. There were 14 felonies that weren't dismissed. At least 4 or 5 misdemeanors that weren't dismissed. I understand the restitution, and y'all know my position on that already this morning, but there's I mean, she's on probation right now in Sutton County, correct?
Yes.
Right. So do they know about this case? And what has happened over there, if anything? I can't understand you. When?
I was actually supposed to start in
14 felonies. Let that sink in. Most defendants panic with just one charge hanging over their head, but this defendant has a portfolio. When a judge sees a record like this, every promise of "I'll do better this time" sounds more like déjà vu. What do you think? Should someone with this many chances still get probation?
September, but I had to wait to see.
Are you really going to be able to go to nursing school with this type of criminal history? Where do you live now? Okay, another issue that I see on here also is the restitution, because it shows $9,400, but then that was from inside the bank, and then it shows $500 from an ATM and $100 from a cash app, totaling $10,000, not $9,400. Is that correct?
If that would have been added on, that's a bank fee.
Well, it says 500 was withdrawn from an ATM outside the bank. Is that right? You know better than anybody.
I only went into it. I didn't have no access to the card.
Okay. So possibly the other person that was involved did that?
Anything we knew about
That was
like
no.
400 that was in the bank.
I wasn't aware of your honor when we did it. When I got the PSI, I was in there was a withdrawal, then that would be her responsibility joint and separately. So
Right, it says, so
that's a request.
the contact from Do Good said that the defendant withdrew the entire loan amount of $10,000, 94 from inside the bank, 500 from an ATM, and 100 from a Cash App transaction. It doesn't matter if you did it or if the other person that you were with did it. Y'all were working together. So you're both, and what's the other status of the?
I don't have the account of another person. That's just one that's the charge. I'm not posting on there. But she's responsible.
Yeah. So I mean, if there was another person, you didn't give that information, then that's okay. Apparently the cops didn't either. So
She went in the bank. She was the one called. So
And here comes the courtroom moment no defense attorney wants. When her own client decides to self-destruct, live. Instead of showing remorse, the defendant turns on her lawyer. Big mistake. Judges watch attitude as closely as evidence, and disrespecting the process is often the fastest way to lose any sympathy from a judge like this one.
and hold on. So the probations in Sutton County, have they been transferred to Harris County? So you're going in person in Harris County. Okay, and so it's the state's position to go forward with the agreement?
I understand the court's concern, and the state has the same. Like I said, our initial deal was to get some of the money back on our victim. However, we understand.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Bogan. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Can y'all hold it down over there, please? I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I just don't know. I just can't believe I'm even considering doing this, honestly. I'm not. I can't. There's no way. It has to be straight probation, and I realize that that's going to potentially have some issues, but I can't with 14 prior felony offenses, same type of thing. So you do. Okay. How many do you think you have?
I have 3 hearings.
Okay, you have lots of them that were at the same time for different offenses. Yeah, you did probations for them. Forgery of a financial instrument. Don't talk over me. March 3rd, 2008, Harris County, 180 days in jail. So that one was reduced. March of 2014, forging identification cards in Cuyahoga County, Ohio, 1 year probation. Same charge, same probation, so that's 2 in Ohio. March of 2014, aggravated theft in Ohio, another probation, the same date, but still another charge. March of 2014, attempted drug possession, pled guilty, 1 year probation. March of 2014, same thing in Ohio, possessing criminal tools, probation, all that. It was at the same time, but still different cases. November of 2014, forgery, 2 cases, got probations in those. I'm going to run out of fingers. March, another one, a theft, aggravated theft in Ohio in 2014. Then we go to Sutton County, Texas, and you have 5 continuous smuggling of persons for pecuniary benefit, and that's the 10-year probation that you're on in 5 different cases.
Okay.
That's not correct.
No. Okay.
So how many cases are you on probation for in Sutton County?
It all ran together.
I understand it all.
It's one.
It doesn't run, but that's not how it works.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When it runs together, it just means you're serving it at this. I'm rejecting the plea agreement. I'm resetting your case for 3 weeks. We'll see you back in 3 weeks. Y'all can talk about it then. You're at, ma'am,
What?
this is not going to help.
It don't matter. My life's on.
Boom. Plea deal officially off the table. That's a game changer. A rejected plea means this defendant is now staring down the full risk of trial and a much harsher sentence. And instead of keeping calm, she doubles down with anger. In court, survival is part law, part performance. And right now, she's failing the performance test.
Well, looks like you did that, not me. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Which, come on, hold on, get her, don't let her go. Come back. Everybody heard it.
You said you're bullshit.
Come back.
Sure, lawyer.
I told my lawyer he was bullshit. I didn't say this.
You don't talk like that to anybody in this case because he didn't do this either. You did.
He got me the plea.
He did get you he did a great job. I'm going to find at this time that your bond is not sufficient because of your attitude and because of your because of your,
How is it gonna work? So I'm gonna lose my job and everything too?
Well, maybe you shouldn't cuss at your lawyer. Maybe you shouldn't have this attitude here in the courtroom. I'm going to raise your bond. What's the bond currently set at? Don't cry now after saying it's bullshit to him and acting like this in here. Stop. No, you're going to make it worse. You're just going to make it worse. You should, when I told you a minute ago to stop, you should have stopped when I told you to. Let's see, can you... All right, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. Go back with the bailiff.